Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of the bride and groom and their families, I'd like to thank you all for joining them in this very special day and exciting evening. One more time, big round of applause for the bride and groom. All right, we're going to begin the formal toast right over here with the ladies.
Hi, thank you. I am Mandy Leon. I am Kara's matron of honor. I met Kara a few years ago in court reporting school, and I have to say that I've only known her for about 4 or 5 years, but to be honest, it feels like a lot longer. I'm so honored to say that I'm her matron of honor, and I'm trying to doing this without crying, but when you know that one special friend that you have, that you can just count on them for everything. Kara's been there for my best, and she supported me in my worst. And I'm honored to stand with her at her wedding. One special moment that I wanted to share with everybody was the proposal to Kara by Emilio 2 years ago at New Year's. I have to say that it was a very special moment for me and, of course, for the bride, Kara, because Emilio decided to show me the ring before he proposed to Kara, which meant so much to me. And when he showed me that ring, and I asked him if he would love and care for her for the rest of his life, and he said yes, it meant the world to me. So when he got down on one knee and asked for her hand in marriage, it was the best moment. And now we're here, and they have become husband and wife, and I just want to say that I wish the best for both of you. Love and happiness for the rest of your lives. Thank you.
Oh, cheers? Cheers? No? Okay, all right. Hi. Ooh, okay. That was loud. I'm Sarah. I'm the maid of honor. And I've had the immense pleasure of growing up with Kara and knowing her all my life. We were lucky enough to become best friends in high school and experience everything you can in life in high school together. We were inseparable. And the reason I felt so close to Kara and the reason our friendship was able to blossom the way it did is because of the person she is. And Kara is a wonderful friend and will be a wonderful wife and a wonderful mother because of the selflessness that she brings to the relationships that she enters into. Kara is that friend who will pick up anything and do anything for you, be there for your birthday, for holidays, for the death of a family member, through all hard times and wonderful times. And she's going to bring that relationship that she brings, or that passion and that selflessness to your marriage. And Emilio, you are so lucky, so lucky to have such a wonderful person. You know, those people who just glow, and there's not a lot of them in the world, but Kara is one of them. And you can see it in this room because there's so many people here to celebrate your union. And I'm so excited to see how your marriage plays out and to be there when you have your first child and second child and maybe 3. Anyway, okay, so I just want to leave it with this quote because it really embodies that selflessness that you have. Love is that condition in which the happiness of another person is essential to your own, and that's Kara, because the happiness of everyone around her is essential to her, and that's why we all love her so much. All right, cheers to Emilio and Kara.
All right, well, it's hard to follow up on that, Sarah. Thank you, though. I've got something in here. I'm going to try and keep this very short, so let me just... All right, that helps. I'm one of Kara's just bridesmaids, if you couldn't tell by my uniform. Right? I'm rocking it. I met Kara in court reporting school, so I've known her for quite some time, if anyone's known how court reporting school is going for either of us. And my name is Dylan. But sometimes, when two people meet, it feels like, the stars align. You get this immense feel of comfort, excitement. You don't really know what's going to happen with this relationship. And that's exactly how I felt when I met Kara. And, one of our first common interests were, that we liked this place called Rotten Rolls. And I grew up in Calallen, so I grew up going to Rotten Rolls. And she started talking to me about, she worked at this place called River Hills Country Club. And I'm like, oh my God, my parents lived literally around the corner of that place. So I would go visit her, and she would tell me, well, don't come unless you're going to take me a turkey sandwich with a sweet tea and lime. I said, all right, Rotten Rolls, whatever. And so her and I got to talking, and she started talking about this guy in the Boston cab. Y'all, I literally almost choked on my sweet tea because, of course, I knew who this guy in the Boston cab was. It was Emilio. But we didn't know that. All of the girls in Calallen knew that this guy in the Boston cab was the cutest guy at Rotten Rolls. And yes, and so... Yeah, and I was like, well, of course I know the guy in the Boston cab at Rotten Rolls. So Kara and we continued going to Rotten Rolls, and Kara calls me one day, and she's like, you're never going to believe this. The guy in the Boston cab just told me that I had gorgeous eyes. And I quote you, it was gorgeous. And Emilio will vouch for me. He said gorgeous. Because I was like, what guy says gorgeous, But this guy does, and it obviously did him well because look at us now. And so I said, okay, well, Kara gets the guy in the Boston cap, I guess. I don't know. But there was even a Facebook post about the guy in the Boston cap that worked in Rotten Rolls. And I was like, this cannot be serious, but it was. And so Kara and I were getting ready for the Relay for Life in Robstown at the fairgrounds. And we're like, let's go get lunch at Rotten Rolls, of course. So we did, and, we looked at the guy in the Boston cab. And we still didn't know his name, but if anyone knows Kara or me, we know that we're going to do our dirty work, and we're going to research and find out who this guy was. So we found out it was Emilio Flores the third, and who was Facebookless, no less. And I was like, you've got to be kidding me. We have to creep him on Rotten Rolls Facebook? So we found out who he was, and we went to Rotten Rolls, and we went about our business at Relay for Life. And I went back, and I said, look, this is Kara Beth's number, and she really thinks you are the bee's knees. And whatever, text her, So, and I left, with Kara's permission, of course. And Emilio, to this day, says, well, I was going to ask for it eventually. And I'm like, oh, of course you are. But anyways, it's been an honor to watch this relationship grow and blossom. And they tagged along on my 21st birthday to Las Vegas. They have just been here for me and for every stage of my life, for my move and everything. And we did not skip a beat, going from Corpus to Austin and from boyfriend and girlfriend to fiance and fiance. And I cannot wait until Kara calls me and says, look at this picture of Emilio Flores the fourth. And I'm just so honored to be here by them, with them. And from the look in this room, it's just amazing how much how many people are here for them and how much these two care for every single person in this room. So if we could just raise a glass to Kara and Emilio, I think they would greatly appreciate that. And cheers to y'all and y'all's new life together.
Hello, everybody. I just want to start off by thanking everybody for being here on this special occasion. My name is Ray Vera. I'm this guy right here, best man. This guy right here, I'm like his a brother that he's never had and a brother that I've never had. Pretty much a brother from another mother. You know what I mean? I've loved this guy from the first time I've met him. You know what I mean? This guy, we've just clicked from the get-go. And as soon as you was starting talking about Kara and stuff like that, I was like, man, I gotta meet her. And as soon as I met her, she was a lovely person inside and out. I was like, man, you gotta keep this girl, this and that, you know what I mean? You can't lose her, bro, no matter what, and everything like that. She's beautiful. And look where we're at today, and I'm glad all this is happening. I thank everybody for being here. I know these guys just love it all. This is just as amazing for us. And I just want to thank everybody for being here, like I said. And this is just a nice day. It means a lot to me being the best man, you know what I mean? This is my friend and the best guy that I've ever known. And Kara, I just want you to have a good life together, you know what I mean? Thick and thin, everything like that. I don't even know what else to say anymore. These girls, they got 3 girls on top of me, you know what I mean? Like they took care of it all. They took care of it all, you know what I mean? But yeah, I mean, everybody just have a good time tonight. You know what I mean? I love this day. This is gonna be the best day of my life, and I can't wait to mine. And Emilio, you take care of this girl. Kara, you're a lucky woman to have this guy right here because he's going to take care of you, okay?
All right, beautiful speeches, beautiful. Just want to take a few minutes, or not minutes, seconds. Just want to thank everybody for being here. Kara and I are blessed for everybody being here to be a part of this special occasion, this special day, this special sacrament. And let's just get ready to party. Everybody have a good night. Have a good time.